attention to. The backlash is something you have to observe and hold firm and don't resist it. Your knee-jerk reaction is going to want to kick in. This is where meditation is incredibly helpful for us because it helps us to remain still. How can you remain in stillness? We need to stop reacting and learn how to observe. When you constantly react, you give away your power. Any questions you have around that, feel free to help me. @ArchieGirl Key. Another question here. My husband, when I first met him 17 years ago, he was living with his sister, practically homeless with no leave to remain in the UK. And I fell for him, helping him and trying to help him because he said he was different from every other man I've ever been with. And he was different. He was actually worse. He went outside of the marriage and got a child with someone else and then had the cheek to talk down to me after telling this woman a lot of lies about me. I'm so hurt, I'm so stressed, and out of this 2 brain aneurysms and ended up with brain surgery. So how do I get out of my situation? Well, firstly, you may have been subjected to toxic relationships for so long that it will benefit you to get some serious support, because clearly this has taken you to the brink of despair. There is always the Samaritans you can talk to. If you're based in the UK, that is a free phone number. Feel free to Google that and you can begin to talk to somebody. But also it may be beneficial to you to start to get that help, either with me or somebody else. Because when a toxic relationship has been going on for this long, it's highly likely that you have become used to the abuse. And so it's about how do you begin your healing journey? And there will be agencies in every borough in the UK will have a domestic abuse support service. Google and start to engage with those services, start to take responsibility and start that journey. Start small. And that might just be about having a Google. You don't have to take any action. And then maybe you start tomorrow, you make a small action. Because 17 years, and if it's having a physical impact on your health, which for many people it does, especially if they don't deal with the difficultness, then this is going to, sounds like it's slowly destroying you and killing you slowly. So we need to be mindful of that. We need to be really crystal clear about that. And this is the last page of questions that people have for me. Keeley, why am I so soft, trusting and caring? Well, that's because it's your nature. But also you might, as I said before, you might pick people who are fixer-uppers. You might pick up these demolition projects that you think you can change. And as long as you keep doing that, you're going to be doing yourself a great disservice. Because it will always be about them and never about you. Question. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Well, why do I keep getting myself into these toxic relationships? How do I keep doing it to myself? Well, there's a good reason for it. Often the reasons are unconscious. And the skill is bringing what is unconscious into your awareness. So you begin to make more sense to yourself. One of the things with guilt trippers is we're really good at articulating what other people do, their story, why do they treat me like this? We're really good at that, but we're not always great about understanding our own motives. Why we do this, why we do that. That's the skill to develop. That's the awareness we need to develop. What is it about you that motivates you? Because remember, if you're a fixer, if you like to fix people, then you're going to constantly be looking for brokenness. And whilst you're looking for brokenness, you're missing your own brokenness. You're looking outside of the self. You want people to do the work on themselves, but do you do the work on you? What is your need to fix others all about? So when we talk about looking at you and who you are, it is essential we focus inwards. As I said in the group, the 3 principles that I encourage people to understand, anyone who works with me, is always about acceptance, self-awareness and making empowered choices. When we are guilt tripped